Right lads, welcome to Scotland. Edgysport Academy is our opponent for today. These guys are playing in the 5th tier of Scottish football.
Number 11 is through in front of Datnovsky and Rich Beck, and it's the outside of the boot finish past AJW, and the throw has come inside. Plays number 9 on the first touch finish. Oh, and it's a very good shot, and it's a goal. Fender picks up the ball, but Aaron Thorpe's tackled him, and he's hit it. Oh, what a goal from Aaron Thorpe. It's an absolute beauty of a goal in his first start for hashtag. Rich Beck tries to win the header, but it's headed up by the defender. Keeper comes for it, doesn't get it. George puts it in the path of Jack Harrison, who scores a last-minute equaliser with what must surely be the last kick of the game. And hashtag have got a well-earned draw here.
We'll keep doing what we're doing, boys. We'll do more of the same. We'll keep smashing it. We won't forget to hashtag it. Come on.
All right, guys, how you doing? Welcome back to another hashtag United game here in our pre-season period. Today we're taking on Reading University Football Club first 11. It won't be easy. It's a tough test against a very good university side here in this beautiful sunshine in Berkshire. Looking forward to seeing how we get on against them. Don't forget, make sure you subscribe and you have clicked the notification bell to find out whenever we upload a new video.
Right, boys, welcome back for another game today. We've got another tough challenge going up against mine and Rich Beck's old university, Reading Uni, today. Right, we have played a uni recently. Obviously, we played a lot of the other lads' old uni in Northampton. We've got a really good result against them, so I was really happy with that. And it's a good test. Reading Uni actually playing a couple levels higher than Northampton. I think it's switched actually from when you were, because when we were there, they weren't quite as good as what they are now. And me and Rich didn't even get in the first team either, so I'm probably not surprised to some of you. But they're decent. They're going to be organised. They're trying actually this season. They've been very close to going up to the very top level of uni football. Which you know there's some really good teams in. So I don't expect it to be an easy one. It's a hot game, nice weather outside. It can be a dry pitch, grass pitch obviously, which we haven't played on as many as other teams have. So we've got to get a bit more used to that ahead of the next challenge going forward for Chapter 2. So I'm not going to say too much, boys. We've got a debutant though. We should talk about Zach Clark making his debut today. Long awaited, welcome. So if obviously Zach I know is going to want to make a big impression. We've seen a lot of him in the academy and the Sunday League team. So good to have you here, and there's a lot of academy boys in general in the squad. If making an impression going into Chapter 2 isn't enough, if the hot weather isn't enough to get up for it, if me and Rich, we've got a bit of pride at stake here. I've heard the lads talking in a bit of interview with Lou already about how they think they're much better than us. So let's go and show them. We've got to expect teams to want to come and beat us and embarrass us. So let's make sure that doesn't happen. Really good performance last time out in Scotland. Let's go again. Let's do what we do. Let's get the win, boys. Come on.
Okay, let's take a look at the lineup for hashtag United today. Starting off in goal with the scariest man in football is Jamie Jacko Jackson. In defence, we've got a flat back four. Fred Mastin left back, Rich Beck and Sam Adams in the middle, Alex Datnovsky right back. We've got youthful exuberance on the flanks, experience in the middle. Speaking of experience, Jack Harrison and Tekka's Guru are playing in centre mid. Ahead of them, we've got Theo Baker, Ryan Adams in the hole, and Scott Pollock on the right, leaving, of course, Dan Brown, record top goal scorer, up front. So 4-2-3-1. On the bench, we've got myself, we've got Seb, we've got Phil Martin, Charlie Morley, Jamel 15, Sam Ecott, and Zach Clark making his debut for hashtag. And let's not forget Stevie CB on the physio bench.
Okay, I've got the captain and the president of Reading Uni Football here. I've got Reece and Tom. Guys, tell us a little bit about the level of your team. Obviously, I went to this university, but a lot's changed since then. A lot of time's passed. It sounds like you're playing at a better level now.
Yeah, we're playing at a good standard. Div 1 won the league this year. Just missed out playing against Exeter in the playoff final for the Prem, overcome Cambridge in the semis, and unfortunately lost out 3-2 after extra time on Wednesday.
So you had a decent season then, unlucky with the loss, but doing really well by the sounds of things. Tom, big man on campus, president of Uni Football. What do you know about hashtag United?
Yeah, obviously they're a YouTube football team that play a lot of sides. We've seen them play Northampton recently, so thought we'd get in touch and try and arrange a game. But yeah, good standard of football, and hopefully it'll be a good game today.
What do you think it means to someone like me and Rich, come to this uni before? A lot of time's passed, as we said. We're a fair bit older than you boys. What do you think about going into a game? The average age is a little bit older than yours.
Well, first and foremost, we'll probably look to try and exploit it. But apart from that, no, it must be a really nice feeling for you boys to come back. I know it'd be something that I'd love to do after I'm graduating this year. So, yeah, bit more spice on the game, let's say. But, yeah.
Well, a lot's changed, like you say, since we went here. This campus has completely changed for sure. We didn't even used to play the uni games here. We used to play on a different campus. Tom, have you got a prediction for us going into the match?
Yeah, I'm looking at a 3-0 Reading win.
It's going big.
Yeah, fairly confident. We're prepared for it, so yeah, we'll see what happens.
Who are your main danger men? Who should we look out for? Is it you two? Is it someone else that you don't have to share tactics with us. Just give us some names you think are going to be the big players.
Well, I'd like to say us too, but it's probably not going to be, to be fair. I mean, I'm sure he's going to try pot shots from 50 yards. He does that when the cameras aren't here. So with the cameras here, I can only imagine how many shots he's going to have. But no, we've got a good winger, Jamie. He's one to look out for. And as previously mentioned, we've got a bit of a meathead at the back called Andrew Mills. He's a very, very good player.
Okay, all right, we'll look out for them. Best of luck, lads. Have a good one. Cheers. See you out there. Cheers, lads. Thank you. Okay, guys, I'm here with Rich Beck and Zach Clark. Rich, I'll come to you first. Going up against your old uni, Reading, how does it feel?
Excited. Changed a lot since we played here, but yeah, looking forward to it.
It has changed a lot. It's been like almost 10 years since we were playing in the team now, so the guys are going to be younger than us generally, and they are doing quite well in the uni system. Do you think we're going to have a tough game?
Yeah, I think it'll be a tough game, but I think we're organised enough and we're good enough to go out and beat them.
Good stuff. Zach, finally making your debut. You've been around the club for a while. You got the Clubman of the Year award, of course, at the awards recently. How does it feel to put on the hashtag shirt for the first time?
Buzzing. Obviously, for me to step in and play first team football, I just need to make an impression. So I'm really happy to be here.
Obviously, you've been friends with the Adams brothers for a long time as well, so you know a lot of the lads around the team now. You've been training with us. Everyone knows you. It's not like you're a new player. But is that add a little bit more to playing for hashtag that you've got some long-term friends in the squad?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm hoping the boys know what I'm capable of, but I've obviously got to go out there and put on a performance. But in terms of pressure, I'm pretty sure one of the academy lads said pressures make diamonds. So let's hope so.
Best of luck, lads. Have a good game. See you out there. Cheers, lads.
Okay, time to get things underway here at Reading University's Bullmarsh campus, also home of Woodley FC, I believe. And it's going to be an interesting one here. Reading in the black kits, obviously hashtag in the home blue and yellow. Rich Beck leading the side today against his old boys, his old stomping ground. He has returned. And can we be victorious on this return? We're going to find out. Reading, pretty big team. Some big lads, has to be said. Nice little bit of team spirit as well before kick-off. And Rich Beck doing the toss for us against the Reading captain Reese there. So let's find out what happens in this game as Reading get things underway. It's Reading University first team against hashtag United first team. What will happen? Reading right back on the ball here. He's going to send it down the line, but Rich Beck is there to win the header and send it off for a throw-in. Okay, it's a free kick here for Reading. This big centre-back is going to deliver it into the box. Oh, it's gone across the danger area. Eventually ran out of play, but that's a very good delivery. Now Sam Adams on the ball. He's played it out to Datnovsky on the right, trying to get this ball under control, but the bobble is working against Sam there and he's kicked it off, unfortunately. It's a free kick now, though, for Reading. A very good area. Tekkers is the official free kick taker. He won that right. Oh, but Theo's hit it, and it looks like that wasn't what Tekkers wanted him to do. Theo's taken the advantage there and just hit it before Tekkers was ready. Oh dear, Tekkers will not be happy about that. Meanwhile, Reading have got a free kick here. Can they cause a problem for us? Number 9 is over it. It's a decent hit, but Jacko's going to catch that one. And the opening 15 minutes, still 0-0 between these two sides. Jacko sends this long towards the right. Ryan Adams, great first touch, puts it in the path of Datnovsky, who's getting forward from right back. Whips it into the area, and it's intercepted by a Reading defender. It's going to go off for a corner, though. Corner going to be taken by Tekkers. Whipped in towards the back stick. Scotty Pollock wins the header, and it's just off target. Scott Pollock, not the person you expect to be scoring headers from set pieces. Anyway, Datnovsky on the ball here at right back. He's going to play it back to Sam Adams. Sam Adams kind of scuffs his clearance a little bit. He's going to try and make up for it with a tackle. Oh, it's a foul, but the ref's played advantage. Number 8 going through. Hits the shot. Comes off Rich Beck, and the ref's given a penalty for handball against Rich Beck. I think that was harsh. I mean, the foul from Sam Adams was definitely a foul. But is that a handball? I don't know. Is that a penalty? Vote now. Let us know. But the ref's given it. Can number 10 score it? The skipper. Oh, Jacko goes the right way, but it just squeezes underneath him. And it is Reading who break the deadlock here. The home team have gone 1-0 up against hashtag. I'm not sure about that penalty decision. But once it was given, the Reading skipper did well to score it. Here we go. Yeah, just underneath Jacko there. Game on then. The deadlock has been broken. Can hashtag get back into this? Reading goalkeeper's going to send it long and high. And that big man up front's going to chest it towards Jack Harrison, who wins the ball. He was looking at the player a little bit there, but he did win the ball cleanly. There's no foul, and I think the ref's going to book him. It's an interesting decision from the ref. He's already given a controversial penalty. Now Jack Harrison's on a yellow, which I thought was a little bit unfair. But we'll move on, okay? Number 6, again, with these deadly free kicks, he's going to whip one into the danger area, and he's got good delivery. Well, that's quite high, though. And that one's off target. All right, that's not going to cause any problems. Tekers Guru, then another free kick. It's been a game of set pieces so far. Ball comes in towards the back stick, headed away by the Reading skipper as far as Jack Harrison. But the ref has blown up for offside, I think, against hashtag here. And hang on, looks like he's got some more business to do. He's not happy with something Theo Baker said, which we didn't hear. We're not sure what was said, and it doesn't seem very in character for Theo to speak out against the ref. But the ref's going to give us another booking here. Okay, we're racking them up. Not ideal, as we're 1-0 down. Theo's not happy about it, clearly, but he is going to get himself a yellow card. His first ever yellow card for hashtag United, in fact. Okay, ref is not taking any prisoners today, and he's obviously taken offence to something Theo said there. Okay, Jacko going to send the ball forward, looking for either Ryan or Dan Brown, but Reading come away with it. That Andrew Mills centre-back has won the header and found his man on the right-hand side here, and he's gone past Rich Beck and Fred Mastin, puts it into the danger area, and the striker, number 9, unable to find the target there. Difficult one to hit as the ball came up in front of him, but Reading creating chances. Okay, Fred Mastin with a throw-in, finds Dan Brown. He's going to use some good footwork to get past number 2, a man probably half his age. Dan Brown puts it inside the Tekers Guru on the left foot. Oh, and it's just off target. And that would have been ideal if hashtag could have found the back of the net with that one. Still 1-0 though, as Tekers fizzes it into Ryan Adams, but he loses the ball. Reading back on the ball now with number 10 in the middle of the park. Ryan Adams trying to make the tackle. Looks like he might have missed it. And the ref is going to dole out another yellow card. That seems a little bit harsh. And it's a collection of harsh decisions made by the ref against hashtag in this one. We have to deal with it. We have to live with it. But it is hard when you've got a lot of players booked now. Okay, we move on. 32nd minute. Okay, Tekers finds Jack Harrison. First time pass into Scotty P. Scotty P's got Ryan Adams making a run. Ryan tries to find Charlie, who's been subbed on for Theo, and he gets deflected for a corner for hashtag. He'll be whipped in by Tekers. In towards Rich Beck with the header. It's on target, but it was high enough and looping enough that the keeper could collect it. Okay, approaching the end of the first half now. Number 6 is going to take another free kick here for Reading. Whips it in towards the man. It's a good header. Oh, and it's off the post. Oh, and is it over the line? Jacko collects it. Ref says no goal. Some of the Reading players calling for a goal there, but Jacko does well to save it and finds Scotty P here, who's going to look for a big switch over towards Dan Brown or Charlie Morley on this left-hand side. Charlie using those long legs to get there. Doesn't really connect with his pass. Oh, and Charlie's gone down. I think he might have hurt himself. He's only just been subbed on a few minutes ago. And we could have an injury. Yeah, he's still on the floor there for hashtag. He's going to eventually get kicked out of play here. Scotty's noticed that Charlie's down. Stevie CB's on giving Charlie some treatment, and it looks like his day may be over. Meanwhile, let's take a look at that moment where Jacko managed to keep the ball just from going over the line. Or did he? Off the post here. Oh, it's tight. It's very tight, but it's great reactions from Jacko, you have to say, either way. Charlie, though, is going to be subbed off, unfortunately. Theo straight back on. And unfortunately, Charlie's gone off with a hamstring injury. Okay, free kick here. One of the last kicks of the first half. Theo Baker standing over it. But Tekers hits it. Oh, and it almost finds the head of Dan Brown. If he'd got anything on it, it probably would have been a goal as he was so close to the keeper. But he just couldn't connect with it. Meanwhile, it's a long throw from Reading in the dying embers of this first half. In towards Jack Harrison. Tries to head it away. Oh, and it's the overhead kick from the Reading player. It was just off target. Okay, Reading on the ball in the middle here, but I don't think there's going to be long left as the ref puts the whistle to his mouth and blows up for the end of the first half. Half time then, 1-0 to Reading against hashtag United.
They haven't got a single yellow, and that's embarrassing for me as the person leading this team, because the ref is terrible. What I care about, and that's the reason we're doing these games, lads, is to look at all of you as characters and understand what you've got in your locker. We might lose this game 5-0. I'm not as bothered about that as I am to seeing what you react to the ref in the second half of this game. If one of you gets a yellow that hasn't already got one, or a second yellow for dissent, it will be such a black mark against your name, in my opinion. Because I don't care how bad he is. If we get a red card in this game, right, we're down to 10. You've all done it before. You have to deal with 10 against 11. That's what happens. Well, right now it's 11 versus 12. And you have to accept that, because this will not be the last time it happens. It will happen again. So regardless of the score, what I'm looking at right now is all the things we're good at, which is aggressiveness, which is competitiveness, which is putting in all the tackles, which is working for each other. That comes as a given. But I'm also looking at how you're mentally reacting to this referee. Rich, leading the team today as captain, You have to remember, you're leading these boys. You're not conversing with the ref.
Every time I try and talk to him, as in have a conversation
Yeah.
with him, he will not let me speak.
My having just tried to do the same thing, my recommendation is do not talk to him. Imagine he's not there and deal with the game. That's part of the challenge you've got now, lads. But in football terms, it's not going terribly. They're a decent team. They're a fit bunch of lads as we expected, and the pitch is really challenging for us. But I'm not annoyed at all with what I'm seeing on the football side. We can work on those things. We can coach those things. We can learn and get better. But if we've got the wrong character for these sort of games, because we're going to come up against more and more refs that are going to annoy us, then we're going to struggle moving forward. But let's not let that dictate the rest of this match for us. Let's play our football. If we lose it, let's lose because they were better at football than us. All right? Yeah. Right now, that conversation and that debate is still open because they haven't done anything really that makes me think they're better than us. We've got to go and show, because we're now 1-0 down, that we're as good, if not better than them. Turn it round and come out of this game feeling positive, regardless of the result, yeah? Let's enjoy it. Let's not let him ruin it for us, but we have to be responsible. All right, come on, boys.
Okay, Tekkers is going to get this second half underway as he kicks the ball against Dan Brown. Not sure if that was deliberate or not, but he gets away with it. We've made 3 substitutions here. Phil Martin on the ball has come on. Jamel's come on at right back, and Zach Clark has come on in the middle for his debut. Let's see if Hashtag can get back in this game. Sam Adams got a big ball to deal with here, and he heads it back towards Phil Martin. He's going to make it over to Theo Baker, who lets the ball run, and it's going to go off for a throw-in. Phil Martin on the ball here. Can he change the game? It's a nice pass into Dan Brown, who finds Theo Baker with the first time pass to Tekkers Guru on his weak foot. Again, just off target. Tekkers very close to getting us off the mark so far in this game, but it's just missed the target a couple of times. Ryan Adams is going to try and pluck this ball out of the sky. It's good closing down from the Hashtag strikers. It comes to Tekkers here, who gets it across to Theo Baker. What can Theo do? Ryan Adams is calling it at the back stick. Theo looks for him. Again, it's that big number 5, Andrew Mills at the back, who heads it away for Reading University. Okay, Fred Mastin is going to throw the ball into Phil Martin, who scoops it over his head in towards Dan Brown, who tries to cross it in on his left foot, but unfortunately can't find a Hashtag player. Okay, Reading with the ball on the side here, and they're going to look to whip it in towards Jacko. They've got options. Well, I think they've shot that, and it's come off the head of Zach Clark with a good deflection. Still Reading on the ball, though. Hit this one from long range, and it's off target. Okay, Reading keeper is going to send it towards their striker. It's a great flick on towards number 13. Can he connect with it? It wasn't the strongest of connections in the end, and Jacko was able to stop it. Hashtag on the ball, though, with Phil Martin. He's got Reading shirts all around him. Oh, it's a lovely turn as he beats 2 men. This is the Phil Martin we know and love. He finds Dan Brown. Can Dan Brown break the deadlock? It's another off-target shot. And they've all been close, but not close enough. And Hashtag not really troubling the keeper. Seb is on now and he's wearing my shirt. Last time someone wore my shirt in a game, they scored. That was George Valentine. But this delivery's gone into the box and the keeper's dealt with it relatively well. And we're getting towards the last few minutes of the game now. It's a great pluck out the sky from the Reading player. Sam Ecott, though, who's come on at right back, did recover well. Okay, we're inside the last 10 minutes now. Hashtag need a goal, but it's number 13 who's made it past Rich Beck. Squares it over. It's this man at the back stick. Touches, let him down a little bit, taking it wider than he'd have liked to. And it's a great recovery tackle from Jamel. Well done. Corner here for Reading. They're going to play it back outside the box. Oh, touches, let that man down there. Number 2 recovers it. But Hashtag are here to pounce on it from Reading's corner. Phil Martin sending it down the line for Ryan Adams. Can Ryan do something with it? He's got Seb calling for it in the box. But Ryan's cross has gone to the Reading goalkeeper, who's just going to take the ball down calmly. Okay, Reading on the ball. Just 4 minutes left now. Any goal will change the game dramatically. It's whipped in towards the danger area. It's a good header from 13. It's a fantastic save from the scariest man in football, Jacko. What a save. Keeping Hashtag in the game here with a chance to get something from this match. But it's another Reading free kick now. They're knocking on the door. Oh, it's on target. But Jacko again making a save, keeping us in this match. Come on, Hashtag. Let's get back in this. Reading, though, are the ones in the ascendancy right now. They've got the ball here, and it finds number 8, who looks to deliver it into the box. Towards that man again, number 13, who gets another go, and this time he scores with a header nearly in the top corner. That was a fantastic ball and a great header, and it's a last-minute goal. It's hard to take. You have to say Reading have been good in this game, and they probably deserve the lead. Whether it's a 2-0 game, I'm not sure. Oh, look at that. They're hashtagging it as well. That hurts. That really hurts. My old university hashtagging it against us. Nothing Jacko could do there. We've been searching for an equaliser all half, but it's Reading who double their lead and give Hashtag a defeat, it looks like. Not long left then. Jack Harrison's going to kick things off, but I think the ref's going to blow his whistle very shortly. Phil Martin sends it towards Ryan, but it is all over. It's a 2-0 defeat for Hashtag. First defeat in a while, in fact. I can tell you it's the first time Hashtag have lost in 11 games. So it's a good run. It was going to come to an end eventually, especially as we're playing decent teams now, trying to test ourselves at a higher standard than ever before. Always hard to take a loss, but we'll bounce back from this. Good work rate from the lads, as ever. Well done to Reading Uni.
Right, lads. Firstly, for me, I think we reacted well to what we talked about at half-time on the disciplinary side. I was happy to see people not get on the ref's back, and it did make the game more enjoyable. It did make more football be played, and we certainly can't blame him, I wouldn't say, for the outcome of that game. It was difficult in a number of different scenarios. It was a new kind of pitch to what we're not used to, but we've got to get more used to. It's bouncy. The team was decent, a good team, well organised, definitely fitter than us. And that's one thing I think we've got a lot of games coming up, but we need to all work on responsibly in our own time, is getting that fitness level high, because it's something that's relatively easy to do. We're all in control of it. We can all become fitter, but it's something that's very important, because if we're less fit in the games we're going to go into, we're going to lose more than we should, regardless if we're the better footballing team or not. In terms of the game, I thought we stuck to what we tried to do. We tried to get into it. We were much better in the second half. We definitely created more problems. There's a bit of a sucker punch at the end. That goal from them. I'm not going to take away from those boys. I think they're a good team. They did well. But the only criticism I'd really say in terms of the football played is I don't think we tested the keeper enough. I would like to see a few more chances. But we tried. We worked hard. It's a difficult game. I'd much rather us lose them now than lose them going forward. So let's learn from them. Take some positives from it. This is part of that pre-season period. So don't be too hard on yourselves. None of us like to lose. But we're learning things. Honestly, we learn a lot about people, not just from the first half, from the second half. And all of you now, I'm sure you had before as well, but you've all been through that experience of having that sort of ref, and we can't let it change the game. Because who's to say? We were much better in that second half. If we'd maybe been a little bit mentally stronger in the first half, maybe we'd have got back in it with a goal, and it would have been 1-1 going into that second half. We could have gone and won it. So regardless of when it happened, those shifts in mentality can change games. And I think we were good enough to beat them. We definitely could have beaten them on another day, and we'll come up against teams like that again. So remember it, learn from it, and we go again next game. All right? Well done, boys. Right, I'm here with Reece and Andrew from Reading. Reece, spoke to you before the game. How do you think it went based on what you thought was going to happen and how it went down?
Yeah, I thought it was happened exactly as I thought it was going to be. Two good sides going at it in difficult conditions. Not going to mention the referee's performance. I think you'll probably do that. But no, I think it's difficult conditions, two good sides going for it, and I think we were worthy of the 2-0 win.
Yeah, I think you guys deserved the win. You did really well. It was a bit of a hard one for us to take that last-minute goal, but you did well to get in front. How did you find it at the back, big man?
I mean, I think he's mentioned it all. Very physical side, though. Good battling. Couldn't really put anything wrong in terms of YM. It's just, I mean, the ref wasn't great, but I don't think it was great for either side. So in the end, it worked out how we would expect anyway, because high standards and all.
Yeah, you backed yourself at the start of the game, to be fair. You said it was your last year, was it, Reece? Weren't you? You finishing?
Second year. So I'll be captain next year as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking to the future skipper. So well done. Good luck next season. And it's your last ever game for Reading?
Through my Tearfield does, yeah, it is. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself next, to be honest, but yeah.
Well, congratulations on the win in your last ever game, and well done on graduation, I guess.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, I'm here with Jamel and Zach. Jamel, we haven't seen you at Hashtag Game for a while. Welcome back. How did you find that one?
I thought it was a good test. I certainly enjoyed it. Unfortunately, we didn't get the win, but I think it exposed us a little at the moment of our current form, but going forward, we have a lot of games, so I think it was just a good test for us right now. So I'm glad we've got the loss out of the way now. Hopefully we can learn from this going forward and this doesn't happen again.
Totally. And Zach, how did you find your debut? Obviously not a great one on the score result, but in terms of you personally, did you enjoy it? I know it was a hot one.
Yeah, definitely enjoyed it. No one likes to lose a game on their debut, but there was definitely some positives, and I hope I influenced the game. But I've got more to give. You'll see.
Good, lads. All right, well done, boys. See you next time. Cheers, lads.
Okay, so no goals for Hashtag, which means the top goal scorers stayed the same. Dan Brown still leading the way on 53, Ryan Adams on 34, Rich Beck and Theo Baker on 12. And obviously no assists either, so Ryan Adams is still on top of this leaderboard with 34 assists. Well, there's an old phrase, isn't there? You either win or you learn. Now, Hashtag didn't win today, but we learned a lot about ourselves. It's going to be a useful lesson moving forward. Shout out to everyone who came and watched the game. Big thanks to Reading for giving us the match and challenging us. It was a good day out for me to return to my old uni, and I'm sure they'll do very well next season. Best of luck to the lads who have graduated. Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. We'll see you next time. Until then, don't forget to hashtag it.